you guys, and welcome back to Soul Kiss Tarot with another pick a card reading. With this reading, we have what is next in love for you. So, without further ado, we have the first pile, which is this agate crystal, this black kyanite crystal, kind of shimmers, super glossy and sleek. And then the third pile, we have this, I believe it's fluorite or selenite. I found it on a mountain hike in the Middle East once. So I decided to bring her home with me. And one day I will return her back with, hopefully, inshallah, with that intention that will happen. But anyways, so we have these decks for you to choose from. Please feel free to meditate, relax. If that is what you feel called to, pause the video, see what feels good. And yeah. Let's get started with pile number one. Okay, what is up, pile number one? So right away what I got is that there's hella soulmate energy here with the Four of Wands. 1111, dream come true. This is like absolutely just a fairy tale for you. Whatever is going to be happening next in life with you. This person that could be coming in can be an earth sign, because I'm getting a lot of earth signs. So that's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And what I'm seeing for you guys is that what this might not be coming right away or right when you expect it. A lot of you might be clicking on this video because you are thinking about love really really deeply, really excitedly, and almost impatiently. Like maybe you guys are just like ended a breakup a while ago or recovering from one now and trying to move on and, you know, all that good stuff. But what I'm seeing is that this is definitely going to take a long time with the Seven of Pentacles and the Temperance card. It is definitely not going to be how you guys expect it. I'm hearing that for some of you, it might happen when you least expect it, as it always does. And so what this energy might be, with the Two of Pentacles, we have that this can be coming at somewhat of an inconvenient time for you guys. Maybe you guys will get like a job offer somewhere else, and then this person will come up and you feel like you have to juggle between the two. Because like I said, this is soulmate energy. So this is someone who you can really see spending the rest of your life with. If that kind of commitment scares you, I'm hearing that it wouldn't, even for this person, because it would just feel so right. And that's what usually happens when you find the right person, that the commitment doesn't seem so scary when it's with someone who can be fulfilling and completely content with someone. But you guys might feel like you'll be you'll be juggling around two different decisions between them. Maybe you'll have someone else who fulfills like these I want to say lower desires. With maybe some of you guys are into the partying scene and into having fun or whatever, and this person coming in might seem, again, a lot of pentacle energies, earth sign energies. They might seem more reserved, more like kick back and chill and just sort of stay at home, or house parties, like quiet little hangouts and stuff. Might not really be into the same things you guys are. And so maybe you'll meet before this person someone who you have a lot of fun with, fulfills a lot of those earthly desires you have, like lust or anything else that feeds a lot of the ego. But I'm hearing that it might be a little bit difficult of a situation. There is a thin thread that will help you guys understand how to make this decision and who's who. I'm hearing that some of you guys might get confused as to which one is the soulmate, because for some of you, you guys have had these interests, like, again, I'm hearing just lots of like clubbing, partying, like maybe traveling, all these earthly satisfaction needs or desires, I should say. That's really important to you guys. And for a lot of you, it hasn't been shut off, because the ego still has its ways, getting its grip onto us. And some of us have harder habits to break that we know aren't good for us, going to bed late, eating unhealthy, drinking, going out drinking like 4 days in a row, all that stuff. And there's no judgment, absolutely no judgment here. But that's what the cards are telling me, that it might be hard for you guys to determine who is your soulmate and to recognize them once they come up, because because you guys have gotten into, I'm hearing for some of you an addiction, but a lot of you just become a little bit weaker, like your soul's higher self's discipline gets a little bit weaker around certain elements that someone else may fulfill in you or may encourage in you. So definitely keep this in mind when you come with this decision, because I'm hearing that there's a thin thread between understanding how to categorize or recognize which person is which. And honestly, for some of you, hearing this message is going to help a lot, because I'm hearing that you guys need to hear that to like be on your toes and like try to catch that, because this sort of stuff, anything that feeds into our desires, it has a really, really tricky way of slipping back into our lives, and through the appearance of it being something for our highest good, but in reality it is not. So I'm going to pull out a card of how you guys can help recognize this soulmate more. Let's pull a card of how pile number 1 can help recognize their soulmate here. But once you guys are with this person, it's like, once you choose them, I'm hearing, because Pentacles is all about commitment. Once you guys choose these people and like make a declaration to yourself, to that person, and to the universe, most importantly, because the universe responds with energy, it's going to be so fulfilling, so fulfilling. Guilt is showing up. Interesting. What else do we have? Laziness. So with the laziness card, again, that's clarifying for me that this is all about pleasure. It's all about pleasure. And pleasure, if you see this king, he's built up on an illusion. This glass is shattering. And that's what's supporting his whole throne that he made out of this blow up little raft and these pillows and all these things. The foundation is this illusion of certain addictions, certain patterns, certain bad habits that you guys may be having, not fulfilling you, not keeping, it's your ego disguising itself as this higher service, this something that helps you in some way, but in reality I'm hearing that it makes your energy weaker. It makes your energy weaker. It's harder for you guys to get intuition down, which could be why it's so hard to determine like who's my soulmate, who's this distraction. This is going to be a lesson from the universe. 100,000%. This is a lesson from the universe testing you to see if you can tap into your intuition, if you can tap into what's true and what's real, and extract out this ego that feeds this other part of you and get down to the realness of it. Because this is for, okay, soulmates come when your soul is strong, and soulmate relationships, even if your soulmate comes, you can miss that opportunity, because if you don't recognize your soul, your own soul, and you don't know your own soul's truth, how can you recognize your soulmate? How? There's absolutely no way. If you are not familiar with your own soul, with your own truth, with your own self, there's no way you can have a relationship with someone who absolutely sees your soul also, as in depth, as beautifully, as holistically, as unconditionally. And a lot of it, this distraction that is feeding your guys' ego is something that you use to distract your mind from maybe feelings of guilt, but definitely from a past situation that has happened in your life. For some of you, it's trauma, and trauma doesn't have to be a giant significant thing like PTSD or something. Trauma can be anything that throws your body out of its out of its normal state, and you don't know how to get back into that normal state. You can be you live with this emotional hurt, this emotional wound in your body. So there's a whole spectrum of what trauma looks like, but I'm hearing for a lot of you, there's unhealed emotional wounds that have manifested through anxiety, for some of you depression, through this negative narrator in your head that creates doubt and fear and hopelessness, a sense of hopelessness for you guys. And For some of you, it might have gotten, for a lot of you, it might have gotten worse in 2020. It's causing a lot of strain. And so you guys need to learn how to heal this, how to confront this, get rid of the distractions, get rid of this. Throw this to the side. You have to understand and use spirituality. I know you guys have the tools. I always say this. Anyone who shows up on my page is definitely spiritual, and you guys have the right tools to tackle this, to know how to overcome this negativity, this voice in your life. Some of you need to read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but his whole book is on how to do this, how to get out of this negative narrator, this voice in your head that tells you that life is so much more difficult. And you guys are so afraid to confront that. And that might be because you guys understand that you're spiritual, and so you're like, okay, I'm supposed to be spiritual. Like, why am I getting these thoughts? But you guys are rejecting these thoughts. You haven't accepted them into your life fully yet and learned how to cope with them. So you've found other outlets, and that could be through drinking. It could be through drugs. It could be through eating not the healthiest foods, overeating, indulging, traveling, hanging out with friends just a little bit too much. There is such a thing. We need alone time. We need to replenish our souls and get back in touch with our truth, especially when this is happening. You guys need to confront this. The Four of Pentacles is telling me that this is your comfort level. I'm going to put this here. This is your comfort level. You guys really, 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 maybe a lot of you really don't like this message. Or not don't like it, but like might be hesitant or resistant towards it. Because it's the hard truth. It's the cold hard truth. And spirit gives me nothing but the truth. I channel nothing but the truth. And this is all to help you guys overall, right? And our souls are always here to learn lessons. And this is the next lesson your soul has to learn. You guys are comfortable. You're content with this. Four of Pentacles is like, yeah, you're stable. You're in an okay place, but you're afraid to let go because you're afraid of what's beyond there. But 4 is only 4 out of 10. You have a whole other... You can get to 10 out of 10. You just have to let go. You see how this guy, he's like stubbornly holding on to all his pentacles because he's afraid. He's afraid. He's holding on to what he has. And all you guys have known for years is this and this. And you're afraid of what exists beyond that. But you guys need to trust the universe. You guys need to let go of this, breaking this hobbit. I was mixing hobby and habit. Honestly, that works. But let's roll with it. Breaking this hobbit is essential for your soul's development. So I'm hearing some of you might need to take a break from the certain friends that you go out with or you do this thing with or whatever. Some of you need to like cut back on sugar, clean out your pantries, clean out your fridges. Do whatever you need to do. Donate it to food charities. Do what you need to do. Okay? There needs to be this commitment, and the universe needs to see a clear, consistent commitment to overcoming this. So I picked these cards from the Soul's Journey lesson cards, and I asked it with the question of what messages does your soul have for you in this time? Like, what does your soul have to tell you right now? So we have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Some of you, now this may be some of you, but some of you might even lose some friendships over this. And you're going to understand that it wasn't really deep relationships anyways. It was a lot of like we do this together, we hang out together, like whenever I do this thing that I indulge in, I go with them, and then that will naturally slip out. But do not be afraid of that. You guys there's a lot of fear, and that's where the Four of Pentacles comes from, fear, right? And it's a fear of failure. You guys have to understand that even with the failure, first of all, the failure is part of the journey. The failure is absolutely part of the journey. But even with the failure, you will be in a better place than this. Because you are going to be able to see your own progress. I'm hearing that for some of you, all it's going to take is seeing some progress, even a little bit. And the universe will give you consistent affirmations along the way of saying, yes, you're on the right path. Yes, you're on the right path. By blessing you with new relationships and blessing you with, hello, soulmate. This energy is so here for you to align in. It's scary. You guys need to open up some more empathy to yourselves. Your soul wants more empathy. Your soul, please, please, please be more compassionate with yourself. When you get into this state, when your mind starts tearing you apart and you feel like you've developed all these voices, you don't even know which one's yours anymore, please start meditating. Or if meditating is too much for you to start with, it's too overwhelming, then get to a place where you just start observing the thoughts that come to you without any judgment. Just hold it there for what it is. And within time, once you create more and more space between you and those thoughts, you're going to be able to separate yourself, so much so that there's nothing but peace and stillness and your soul in between that space. And you'll understand that your consciousness exists above this, above your thoughts, above obsessive thinking, you are not chained by your scary thoughts at all. And one of the loudest scary thoughts you have is this failure, which is why this Four of Pentacles energy is so strong. And once you're open, I think let go of these past, maybe past preconceptions, is that a word? Of what relationships were supposed to look like, because I'm hearing that this soulmate is going to be very different than what you expected for yourself. And maybe that's why you're going to get into this Two of Pentacles energy, because that one person who dips into your desires and fulfills those desires is someone who fit the criteria of what exactly you thought you needed before. My boyfriend now, he was not what I expected at all for myself. And we were friends for 4 years. And I got to a place where I started detaching from expectation and I realized that those expectations were my ego disguising itself and self-sabotaging myself into making me believe that what I thought I was deserving of or what I thought I needed was what I actually needed. And it is when you develop empathy, and it is when you create space in between your consciousness and your thoughts, that you will be able to step aside and truly see the situation for what it is, and being able to separate, okay, this is the person that is going to feed my lower self, and this is the person that's feeding my higher self. And look at the freaking sentence. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. That can be a mantra, a very, very, very strong mantra for you guys. Repeat that to yourself in the shower, before bedtime, when you wake up. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Because this relationships card is not even about romance. It's not even about romance. This relationships card includes romance, yes, but that's just one link out of this whole geometric pattern that's going on. These relationships are going to be your friends. It's going to be your family. It's going to be the relationship with yourself. It's going to be your relationship with failure, your relationship with comfortability, your relationship with patience. You have to sow the right seeds. Another big part of this that I think is huge is that it could not even just be a physical addiction. And while you do have distractions that are physical distractions that you use to get yourself to try to get out of that energy, I clearly see that the root of all this is an addiction to negative thinking, an addiction to anxiety, an addiction to choosing to look at the more negative side of something than the positive, choosing to live in a more resistance to your natural flow of life, as opposed to letting go of resistance, going with the flow, letting life happen to you in a way that serves you for your highest good, and you trusting in that. And let me pull some guidance cards for you guys real quick before we end this reading. Some guidance cards. Actually, I'm getting called to pull from my Spirit Animal Oracle card deck. What is some guidance for pile number 1? Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. The clutter being your mind, of course. There's too many hands of different voices involved in your life. Some more guidance for the first pile. What's Spirit's guidance for the first pile? Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. Okay, you guys need to really get into nature, really start meditating, really start. What is beautiful about the animal spirit is that they're all animals. And the reason why that is beautiful is because animals do not clutter their minds, preoccupy their minds with such devastating thoughts in the way that humans do. Humans, our mind can be such a powerful tool if we know how to use it, but we have come to a point in society now where it's being used more as a disease, and because people have an addiction to it. I was just reading this now in the Power of Now book. Like, people have an addiction to their thoughts, an addiction being that they think that their power, that it's more powerful than them, or that it can dictate their life more than their own free will, more than their own consciousness can, when that is just not true at all. You guys are meant, this whole life lesson right now that you are diving into is meant to teach you how to strengthen a level of consciousness that exists beyond the mind, and learning how to experience that, because it's something that cannot be put in words, and it's something that's so beautiful and so liberating for your soul that it's so absolutely worth it to try to pursue this as a goal. And with that, at the end of the tunnel, clearing out your mind, strengthening your consciousness, your connection with consciousness, with your soul, with the universe, with source, with God, however you may word that, what is for you at the end of that tunnel is your soulmate. And that is how you know that you have gotten there. Not like it's a destination, because this is all part of a journey, but that is how you know that you're going to be on the right track. So when you get to this point where you're in this place of choosing between the two, everything before that is going to be stepping stones. Like how do you say, like training for the big event. And the big event is this decision, because it's going to create a new cycle in your life, and it's either going to be a repetition of this stuff, a repetition of what you've already been going through, of what you already know, where it's going to bring you, or it's going to create an entire new cycle that is bringing spiritual fulfillment, bringing unconditional love, bringing a deeper, more vulnerable sense of self and connection with another soul. So that is all I'm seeing for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this reading, if it resonated in any way, shape, or form, please let me know down below in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Please also like, share, subscribe this video, hit the notifications bell down below if you want to catch more from my channel. I'm going to be posting a lot. And also, if you want to book a reading, if you feel called to, please do so down below. I have the link below in my description box. And as always, if you guys feel called, please know that I have a donation box to help support this channel. And also, please, please, please know that it is never expected, but just always appreciated. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And I'm so excited to catch back with you in the next video. Okay, pile number 2. What is up? So first, we're going to do the regular tarot deck cards. And right away, we have 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. Okay, so there's a lot of different messages that came through. I believe it was your guys' pile. When I was shuffling, the cards seemed very stuck. And so I got a lot of this feeling sort of indecisive, or maybe even hopeless, or like at a loss in a situation. By the way, I'm here sipping tea, enjoying myself. So if you guys want to get some tea, get some water, hydrate yourselves, and enjoy the reading, please feel free. This is going to be a very detailed message. But with 4 of Cups, and okay, some of you guys are in a relationship, and some of you guys, and within that one branch alone, there's different other branches that come out of that. So some of you guys in the relationship are going through really, really difficult times right now, where you're at a point that you are questioning the relationship itself and questioning what the future is of this relationship and what that looks like for you. A lot of you guys may be just not satisfied with like what's been given to you so far. Like it's just not enough. And that's what this Four of Pentacles is showing, or Four of Cups, excuse me, is showing me, that however the person decides to communicate their love or communicate their affection towards you, or what their love language is, or how they think of spending time together, or how they think conversations look like, or what a deep conversation is, all these things, it's just not satisfying enough for you. Someone in the relationship, it could be you guys, it could be them, and this is where self-reflection is the most important, but some of you guys harness a lot of Page of Cups energy. Someone in this relationship, and it could be both, relationships are always a two-way street, are harnessing Page of Cups energy. And what that means is that there's people who are really not able to express their emotions. Someone, and again, at least one person, is hiding how they are feeling about this lack of content. It's like some of you are just like super comfortable in the relationship and don't want to, are just kind of like, well, like this is like maybe the best that it can get. Maybe this is what relationships are supposed to be like. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just like not being grateful enough, whatever. And not even like willing to admit it to yourself. That there's something, that there's maybe a loss of chemistry, or like that you guys aren't meant for each other anymore, and that your souls have learned each other's lessons, that your soul that your soul contract is up. It could be that. There's a lot of different messages coming in, so take what resonates, because I'm just trying to spew it all out before I forget them. But yeah, so, and then some people like are not able to handle their emotions very well, don't know how to deal with them, don't know how to communicate them, don't know how to hold space for them. And when someone doesn't even know how to do that for themselves, they project that onto other people, and so thus creating problems in relationships. So if you guys feel, some of you feel like you can't talk about this hardship that you're feeling in the relationship with your partner because your partner doesn't have the emotional maturity to communicate this or hold space for those feelings, but understand that these feelings in relationships, they are normal. They happen a lot of the times, but it is dependent on the emotional maturity of both people in those relationships, how you handle those feelings and how you talk about them and how you try to overcome them. That things actually determines if it's going to progress or not, you know? And you guys are at a point where this burden, it's a burden. All these emotions that you're thinking about, it's just it's heavy, it's weighing so heavy on you. It's like a burden on your shoulders, and you guys are trying so hard to just dump it. It's like, I feel like he's like running a marathon or something and has to collect these sticks along the way. So it's like things have been piling up for such a long time now that you just haven't talked about. And it's gotten to a point now where you've created this whole mental reality that the other person doesn't even know about. Or this could be the other person with you. Take it as it resonates. And that they haven't even like discussed it, and it's totally not even reflective of reality anymore, because it has not been discussed amongst both people. And so it's kind of like, okay, well, like you didn't help me, I don't know, I'm gonna think of a little example. You didn't help me clean the house last time, and this next time you didn't clean the house, or you didn't you didn't help me run an errand or something. So that shows to me that you really don't care about me. And that could not be the reality at all, but because it's not being communicated, you're constructing this whole story of what every single thing means, and you're just collecting it and bringing it with you, carrying it with you throughout the relationship. And you're getting to a point now where you don't even know how to drop it, how to discuss it. And again, this could be the other person. And the answer is that it just has to happen. This is good, because what this means is that wands are still action. It's burdensome. This energy is burdensome. It is a bit sluggish, because the more you carry, the slower you get towards any movement. But it's still movement. It's still wands energy. So you guys are getting to a place where you are ending this cycle. You are ending this feeling and this contentment with living like this, of living unfulfilled, of living like that communication can't be done, or that every single aspect of emotions can't be held in a safe space. Every single emotion that you feel, it's like, I always like to think of the human existence as a tree, and people focus on certain leaves of a whole existence, and those leaves can be failure, it can be your flaws, it can be past mistakes, it can be certain feelings like anger and shame and things that we don't want to talk about. And it's like, why would you focus on one leaf when the whole tree is beautiful? And the whole tree is beautiful because every single leaf is there, and every single leaf is accepted. And that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Like, I keep on taking deep, shallow chest breaths. And so it's like, you guys are not connecting with your root chakra. Like, there's so much energy going on in your head. There's like a block in my throat chakra. I'm feeling like it's kind of hard for me to like communicate this, to talk about this. It's just a lot of like, you guys are feeling really frustrated and this is where the Five of Wands comes out. Like, the Five of Wands comes out when everyone gets tired of carrying this stuff around, so they just all start whacking each other. And so please be wary of a conflict might come out, but understand that conflict, when things break down, that's all that conflict is things breaking down. And we freak out, our egos want to freak out because we see something and breaking down, and we say that it's being destroyed, that it's like failing. And that is not necessarily true. A lot of the times, foundations need to break down so that we can rebuild them and make them stronger. So for some of you, this action that you need to take is the action of, okay, this is not serving me. Our souls have finished our contract together. And it's not, the ending of a relationship isn't necessarily a bad thing either. It just means that your souls have signed a contract and the contract is fulfilled. You've learned your lessons from that relationship. But for some of you also, it's an opportunity to dig into the relationship in an even more deeper, fulfilling, satisfying way. I always try to leave opportunity for change. This is a point of alchemy. 5 is a number that it's in the middle of the deck. It's between the 1 and the 10. And 5 is giving you the opportunity to choose which way you want to go and which way you want to go about this. If you feel that the energy is better for you to start working on yourself, start learning how to fill your own cups, this satisfaction, this feeling of, look, he has 3 cups already, right? And then the universe is giving him a 4th cup, and he can't even appreciate that because he hasn't learned to be grateful with his own cups. And this is to say that you need to learn how to, if you guys do choose this path of choosing yourself, then there needs to be a lot of inner work of understanding gratitude and appreciation. And when you harness those values, then your relationship with yourself becomes deeper. And then the next person that you have a romantic relationship, or even a non-romantic relationship, that relationship will be deeper because you are deeper. On the other hand, this is an opportunity for you to learn how to be vulnerable with emotions. Maybe if this is the case, if you do want to choose to stay, if you do think that there can be work done, that there can be improvement made, then a lot of you can be the Page of Cups. It can be hard for you to talk about difficult things in a relationship, maybe because a lot of you are afraid that have abandonment issues, have fear of abandonment, have fear that someone will leave you once they see that you're upset with them over something, or that you have a flaw. God forbid you have a flaw, you know? And there's an immense fear in that. And I'm saying that this person, if you feel like the lessons have not been learned from this relationship, then this relationship is here to teach you how to stand for yourself, how to own these emotions that we've been programmed to believe are bad, and are uncontrollable, are uncontrollable or difficult for other people, right? Like, we don't want to feel like a burden on other people because of our emotions. And this can be an imbalance of masculine and feminine energy also. So look into that. But the King of Pentacles, regardless of which one you guys fall under, and if you guys are single, by the way, then this can be just this whole tackling of this lack of inner fulfillment. You are not fulfilling your own emotional cup. And this honestly doesn't even apply just for single energy, for those who are single, because this energy is just, it's there. Like there needs to be this responsibility that you need to take in your own spiritual journey of learning how to fill your own cups and be grateful for it and be satisfied with it, because the universe can't give you more. Why would the universe can give you all the cups in the world, but if you are not satisfied with your 3 right now, or with the cups that you do have, and see the beauty in each cup and each of your talents, each of your skills, each of your beauties and your flaws and your difficulties, and unconditionally love and accept yourself, then it doesn't matter how many cups the universe or a lover gives you. It does not, because you will not be satisfied. And I know that people always say these things, but you guys have the spiritual means to get there, for sure. And so if you're single, I'm hearing that definitely this is a stronger stone that you'll have to come across before you can find someone. But regardless of all of your guys' differences, this King of Pentacles energy is telling me that this is going to be a heavy commitment. You have to plan for this. You have to understand that this is going to be popping up a lot. It's not like, okay, I watched the tarot video and now the download has happened and now I'm a changed person and now I'm just going to apply it in my life. It's just going to naturally apply itself into my life for me. It's not that. You have to do this inner work, and you're going to have to consistently do it. Every time you interact with your lover, with your significant other, every time you interact with yourself, every time you look back in the past and come at it from a perspective of lack or resentment, then you'll miss the message and you'll miss this opportunity for growth. Let's see. Okay, so I pulled some soul journey cards, and this was supposed to be messages that your soul is telling you now. So we have surrender. I can release my need to control. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So some of you can maybe have been in denial about the other person's feelings or your own feelings, and in denial, like, no, I don't get upset that much. You're like, no, like nothing's wrong, like everything's fine, this relationship is fine, I'm content, I'm comfortable. It's just the ego's way of disguising your comfortability in this relationship. And a lot of you can be looking back in the past or accepting this relationship, accepting the commitment of this relationship with regret. And regret is a very heavy feeling because it makes us feel powerless, because it's something that has already happened, that cannot be changed and cannot be reversed. And that's why some of you might feel stuck. Like some of you might feel like you don't have enough strength to break up with the person, or enough strength to swallow your pride and learn how to become vulnerable and bring out your emotions and become a knight, king, queen of cups. And this card here is giving you the key to it all. This card is your soul trying to say that you need to release your control of the situation. You need to release your control of what you planned, of how this relationship was supposed to be. I feel like you guys started this relationship starting off very positive, very goo goo gaga, very like hard-eyed and like oh, he's great and whatever. And that honeymoon phase kind of died down. And some of you, my soul had these same issues, but my soul was at a point where I would start relationships very happy, and I would then, my energy would get down into this 4 of Cups where everything was not enough, or I just became unhappy and comfortable in the relationship. And it was because I was comparing it all the time to other relationships. I was comparing it to the past. I was comparing it to what I had in my own mind for it all, to what it was supposed to look like. And I also didn't heal my own things. I didn't heal these energies. I didn't heal heavy vibrations that were coming within me for different reasons, from past traumas and past life issues and all those things. I didn't heal that, and that was being reflected in my relationships. So even when the universe gave me a blessing, like a relationship or any sort of new opportunity that gave me emotional fulfillment, it would give me, I didn't know how to cherish my cups. I would just drink the water super fast, right? So it would nourish me for a second, and I would be like, yeah, this is great, this is what I want. And then it would quickly dry up, and I would feel like I was back where I was at, just with more fancy cups. You have to learn how to surrender this ego energy. Here, let's see it. I hope that you guys can see this. You have to know how to surrender. I'm gonna pull another card for you guys. What's a message for pile number 2? You guys need to learn how to become strong no matter what happens, no matter what direction this relationship goes. The lesson in this is learning how to become strong within yourself and learning how to pick yourself up by yourself. And sometimes these tower moments need to happen for those lessons to be received. Take the lead. Take the lead in your life. Take the lead. Own your emotions. Own your inner world. Own every single bit of these. This is a holistic experience. Life is a holistic experience. You have to include every bit of it. Every bit of it matters. You guys can either be water signs. I'm seeing a lot of water and fire energy, so you guys can either be Pisces, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And these could be the signs in the relationship. Nothing's coming out from this deck. I'm going to try this other deck. Where'd she go? There she is. Message for pile number 2. In love. Ordinariness. You guys have been catastrophizing this situation, maybe catastrophizing your own inner world of your emotions with your mind. And you need to learn how to take a step back and surrender into present moments. This was also a similar message to pile number 1, but applied for different reasons. 2020 was a huge lesson for you guys because it was pulling you out of your comfort zone by getting you to start living in this ordinariness, start being alone, start isolating and reflecting on yourself and learning how to, like, she's harvesting from her own garden. That's her own land. She's not going out to the supermarket to get her flowers, to get her fruits and vegetables. Like, she provided herself. She knew that she was abundant on her own and provided for herself. And that's your guys' lesson. Like, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Learning how to be the Queen of Pentacles. Learning how to be the Queen of Cups. Learning what that energy is and how to embody it and what it looks like for you. Because it's going to look different for everyone. 2021 is all about learning how to nourish your guys' own soul. This is one of your commitments that your soul made for yourself, is like learning how to replenish herself, his self. Integration. Once you guys learn how to integrate these negative feelings, whether it's the death of a relationship, the release of something heavy on us, even though we love the person, we can still love the person and let go and surrender to the cycle ending. And once you learn how to integrate negative quote unquote negative things that society deems as negative parts of ourselves that every single human experiences: denial, regret, sorrow, fear, shame, guilt, resentment, rejection, abandonment. All these emotions, you guys are going to be learning how to hold that in a beautiful way and understanding how to alchemize that in a way that will help you cycle through your life. So that way, that whenever you guys take endings very harshly, and once you learn how to integrate every single aspect of your human experience, every single emotion, then it will be so much easier for you to welcome in the new and wish the old goodbye. And you will know when to end things. For a lot of you, it's hard to understand, like, you might hold on to things a little too long, because you might look in the past, and because you're looking in the past, you're kind of clenching on kind of Four of Coins energy, kind of holding, like miserly, like holding on to past experiences, romanticizing the past, being like, oh, it was so good then, why would I end it now? Or maybe it could be like that again, all these things. But once you learn how to integrate your own energy back into yourself in all levels without judging yourself, it's going to be easier for you to identify, like, okay, this cycle is gone. I now know how to say goodbye to this, and this. I love it. I wish it well. I release it, but I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on new beginnings. New beginnings. This is so, like, it's not like talking about like what's next in love, like as in a new complete relationship, because you guys are still holding on to this cycle that has been long overdue to end. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. If this video resonated at all and helped you in any way, shape, or form, please let me know down in the comments below. I do this stuff. I know it's like, I know it might be a heavier truth for some of you to accept, but the reason why I do this is to help people and to help people connect back with their soul. And this is the message that came across, to help you connect back with yourself, help you connect back to your inner power and come back into a place of happiness. At the end of the day, I just want everyone to be happy. And a lot of the times, death of a cycle needs to happen in order for us to get there. Our soul needs to learn lessons, and this appears to be the lesson that you guys are learning now. So apologies if that came off a little strong, but that is the message that was being given. So if you guys wanted to book a reading for further clarification, please click on the link down below in my description box. If you want to support this channel, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below. And I also have a PayPal link down below if you guys feel like supporting the channel. It's never ever accepted, but always appreciated. I love you guys so much. Good luck with this. You guys got this. Power to you guys. You guys, all the power is going to be available. Sorry. Cannot talk. Available to you guys. Okay. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading with Soul Kiss Tarot. That's me. If you guys chose the clear crystal, then this is for you. So right away, I wanted to read this as kind of like Arabic or Hebrew from right to left. So you guys inherently, as an energy, you guys are very bright, like a sunflower spirit almost, like always looking on the positive side. You guys are very lighthearted, very fun-loving, very popular. Like a lot of people, you get a lot of attention because you're so bubbly and sparkly, like as an energy, and it's very enticing for a lot of people. Oh, I just noticed I said sunflower energy because there's sunflowers in the back of the sun card. LOL. But this is who you guys innately are as an entity. You cannot get rid of this energy. It is always there with you at all times. This is the the fingerprint, the blueprint of your soul. This is how your soul operates. This is what gives you guys' soul a feeling of love and joy. A lot of you guys can be, a lot of you guys get energized from being out in the sun. Like summertime is probably your guys' favorite season. Also with spring, once the sun starts coming out more and more and more, you guys feel more recharged, more lively. You guys really struggle in the winter. And you guys are just not afraid to be yourselves. You're like the naked baby. Like you're very free to be vulnerable. You just like, you lay out who exactly you are right when you meet someone. Like there are no guesses. You guys don't hide anything. You guys don't feel a need to. It doesn't make sense to you of why you would hide certain aspects of your personality. Everyone just knows exactly who you are right away. Very authentic, very genuine to yourself. You guys right now are, first of all, in a place where you're deciding between two things. The Two of Swords is standing out the most because you guys, it's this blindfolded woman, she's holding two swords. You guys are in between something. There's like a clash of opposing forces going on. It's like very aggressive energy, and it's almost too aggressive for your own light. And so it feels very foreign to you guys because you guys like just don't really know what to do with this energy. I'm gonna get more clarification on the Two of Swords actually. Okay, we have Source. Let's put that there. Source and maturity. Okay, and I'm hearing for you guys are, okay, you guys have been, some of you have been single for a long time. And you've been okay with that. Like you've been totally fine, but some of you may be getting this opportunity of pursuing a relationship. And the Two of Swords is you deciding whether or not you want to pursue that relationship. You guys, this is your energy, 150%, at its core, right? As people, like as a person to your core, you guys are very, very mature, very colorful. Like you guys, you make everything like neon, like around for other people. Like you make people see things through the lens of like a child or like an alien that's like coming to Earth for the first time and like learning about things. Like you guys have such a beautiful, fresh perspective on life, and you guys have harnessed, that's it. You guys have harnessed such a beautiful garden within yourselves and have cultivated so much fulfillment and prosperity and love and joy. And you guys have learned in this time of being alone, connecting to source, connecting to yourself. And you feel so strong and valued in that, that you're kind of afraid to go into a relationship. And that's what the Five of Cups is for. Like, it's like, maybe someone has hurt you in the past. For a lot of you, someone has tainted the perception of what a relationship looks like, what love is. And that can come from not necessarily a romantic relationship, maybe even your parents, observing your parents or your caretakers or someone else who should be a role model of what love is to you guys, but just kind of tossed out, spilled over all those cups, and you guys were left with nothing after that. So I feel like, and it could have been a past breakup also, I feel like whatever that moment was that broke your guys' heart in one way or another is what was the catalyst for charging you guys into this energy, for putting you guys went through you guys went through like dark night of the soul type shit, and you came out so much stronger and so much more beautiful. And it's beautiful because you came out as the sun, and because you came out mature and well-rounded as an individual. You guys learned how to incorporate all aspects of yourself in your life and honor yourself in every way that you can, that you know how to, and really hone in on those skills. Can I get more clarification on the Four of Swords, please? Let's take it. Okay, Four of Swords, we have going with the flow and trust. you guys have been resting for such a long time from your past relationship, from this Five of Cups energy, and you really, like, you guys want to be over it, and you understand that you should, because you are in this energy, like, you're in a really good place, and you've come to terms with it, you've accepted it for what it was. But some of you guys are still holding on to resentment, or still holding on to an inability to forgive, or like looking at it without the full perspective, and just kind of looking at it like, why did it happen to me? Why did this person do this to me? Like, why? Like, what was in them that made them do this to me? And still holding on to that. Like, you guys have not fully let go. And that is the next part of your journey right now, is learning how to heal from that part. So the Four of Swords is coming to say, you guys need to take a step back from that situation. You guys need to reassess what that relationship was. If you guys don't know karmic relationships, look it up and see if that was a karmic relationship. And if you guys are into meditating and communicating with different spirit guides and souls and all these things, try to get, or even just meditating with yourself, trying to find the answers of what was that soul contract? Like, what was that person trying to help you learn? If that person's, for a lot of you, that person had a contract with you so that they could break your heart so that you could grow into this. And that was the sole purpose of the relationship. And so you guys just need to step out of, you're living in the past in that realm. And it's like, you can't be, you see, like, this blindfolded woman, she's not trusting at all. She has two swords in her hand. She's ready to fight and cut a bit if she needs to. Like, she's ready for it all to go down, because she does not trust that if she just sits there blindedly, she can't trust that people will just leave her alone, that people will just let her be at rest. I'm seeing this girl, and this girl is the same person. That's really funny, actually. Because someone is going to be coming in, like, for sure, someone's going to be coming in, and it's gonna like rock your boat a little bit, and it's gonna make you a little bit woozy, because like, you're like, oh man, like, I'm still not over this, and like, I can't get over it, and I'm not healed from that. And you guys will understand that. Like, that's the funny thing. Like, you'll like see it, and you'll understand that you're not fully grown out of the past situation, but you feel stuck in it, and you're just not sure how to let go. So Four of Swords energy is all about rest. And wait, hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to make sure. I just noticed that the Four of Swords was in reverse, so I wanted to make sure I was getting the right message with that, because I'm still learning the traditional tarot deck, and the message is still coming through. It's still the same message. So, as we were saying, you guys need to take a step back, go retreat within yourselves, find answers within yourself. What is going to help you guys do that and harness this Four of Swords energy is getting out of your mind. And by doing that, you have to go with the flow of this person, whoever's going to be coming in. Someone's going to be coming in, and it's going to be so beautiful, and there's going to be commitment there. There's going to be a promise. Like, they will come with a promise. They are someone who is like a person of their word and takes their word very seriously. And so when they say that, like, I am offering you 10 cups of emotional satisfaction, Spirit is telling you that, like, you guys need to believe that. Whether you actually are or not, it depends on if you heal from this. Five energy is something that's stuck in the middle, right? It's pinned in between the 1 and the 10. So whichever direction you guys go in is going to be all up to you, and you can choose. This is all going to be in your own path, in your own decision making. What's cool is that if you guys take a steady commitment of learning how to trust falling with the universe, trusting yourself. A lot of this Five of Cups energy, this like looking back in the past with like remorse and like sorrow, that's because you guys didn't trust yourself. That hurt that's happening, it's just the lesson that's happening there is that you guys need to learn how to trust yourself. Because looking back in the past, like, oh, why did this happen? Why did this happen to me? Why did I do this, and this? It's like telling the universe, like, I don't trust myself. I don't trust your plan. I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone. And so it's causing some resistance and some false illusions appearing real, illusions of separation, illusions of lack. And you guys need to understand how to just make this jump. And what's funny is that when this girl jumps, she jumps without thinking. It all just sort of happens, and she just trusts that it'll be figured out along the way. So you guys need to learn how to put your mind aside. And it's funny because like I'm getting very similar messages across, like it's coming back to the same root of advice, but learning how to just jump anyways, and just start trusting. And it's for you guys, it's going to be, because you're so emotionally grown, it's going to be actions that need to happen first. For the other piles, it was like inner work that needs to be done, and healing a bunch of stuff and all these things. But for you guys, just taking the action and trusting anyways, even if you're not fully there, because you guys know how to ignore your mind, you know how to identify the ego. And so once you identify that, trust anyways, fall anyways, jump anyways, be vulnerable, and be willing to commit. Be willing to commit. You guys got hurt a lot in the past, but that happened for this very reason. Wow. Okay. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but I pull from this Soul's Journey lesson card for you guys to get a message of what message your soul is trying to tell you guys. And right away we have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me. What was I saying just now about trusting yourself? And health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. For a lot of you guys need to start eating vegan. A lot of you guys might be getting brain fog, or like not being able to think clearly, not being able to elevate your vibration even more because you're not eating clean. So that it looks very different for other people. Intermittent fasting, intermittent fasting is coming up for some of you. Trying to be vegetarian or vegan is coming up. Definitely cutting out processed foods and sugars and all these things. You guys need to start. A lot of you guys are all about action. And that's funny because we have cups, we have swords, so water and air energy, but there's no pentacle energy. There's no physical, and there's no wand energy. So there's no action being done for your physical realm at all. Which is just, and I think you guys have gotten so into the whole spirituality thing, so into meditation and uplifting your vibration, that you kind of lost touch of the physical aspect, which is taking care of your vessel, taking care of your temple. And that includes the mind and the body. It's not just about spirit, it's mind, body, soul. It's holding those three. It's the Trinity. It's a holy Trinity in and of itself. And you guys are ignoring two major aspects of it. Self-esteem. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Your energy, your energy, I told you guys, is so strong, and you're aware of that, and you're aware of it in this, for some of you, like in your deep core, yes, you know it, but like you're like, you have bad mental habits that like, are very ego driven and like trick you into forgetting. And for some of you, it's the opposite, where you know it in your brain, but your core doesn't know it to be your truth. And you guys some of you need to, rewire the subconscious brain, and you can easily look that up on YouTube. Just put rewire subconscious brain while sleeping, or meditation music or something, and there's like 8-hour video clips to play while you're sleeping. That will benefit you guys a lot. Mantras, affirmations constantly throughout the day. When you guys wake up, when you go to bed, when you're brushing your teeth, recite to the point where you guys memorize them and can like recite it like a Shakespeare play. Like that will be so powerful for you guys. Taking action. It's like you guys have used spirituality to help you cope with things that happened to you in the past, and now you're at a point where you need to start implementing it to actually change your whole life, to change how you interact with yourself, how do you interact with others, how you interact with the physical world, how you build foundations, how you live in your heart space. And that will set up this a very, very, very fruitful, fertile foundation for you to start. Oh, look, and these are right next to each other. For you to start growing a garden, an abundant, lush garden. You guys are meant for so much in this life, and the universe is trying to give you someone who will show you that there is a deeper love than anything you have experienced before. This thing that happened in the past, this was something that the sole reason for it needing to happen was to get you here, where you are right now, finding this video, on this reading, in your emotional space, your energetic space right now. That was the sole reason for it. And so for you guys, it could have been a karmic relationship. So you might have been addicted to that person and felt like, this is it, this is my twin flame, this is my soulmate, all these things. But that could have been, that was probably just a karmic relationship appearing so. And you guys are in this place where you're like, okay, well, what more? Like she's like looking down at her cups, like, okay, like I already have 5 cups. Like, what more can I have? What more can I have? Like that's it, right? Like I thought I was so happy. And again, 5 is only halfway there. You were halfway there before. That relationship was only half as deep as it can be now. This person coming in is trying to offer you double than what that person, and it's real and it's abundant and it's lush. She's in a desert right now. She's in this isolated place. There's a whole garden behind this whole beautiful family, and this person is here and ready and coming in to give you commitment, coming in to give you authentic love that is unconditional of anything, and is going to be focused solely on you, it's going to be a soul contract that is designed to help you grow. And you guys will be able to grow together, and you guys are going to be strengthening each other in ways that you never even knew that someone could help you with before. You guys do hold a lot of sun energy, but you guys have a lot of walls built up with vulnerability, which is why the only cups, this is like, future, like what the potential energy is, but the only present / past energy has been this feeling of resentment or like hurt, like just this hurt energy. And you guys have built up your defenses for sure, which is why there's so many swords, in this reading. You guys need to learn how to become vulnerable with yourself, vulnerable with the world, and vulnerable with love. Like some of you guys, I'm hearing that like you guys are like, oh, well, like I've learned to love myself and like that's enough. And it's like, no. When you truly love yourself, you truly love everyone else around you also, because everyone is just a reflection of the same consciousness, and we are all united. And for a lot of us, we have souls contracted to meet in our lives to learn to love, to help us understand that lesson. So you cannot fully love yourself as deep as you think you can if it's just yourself. There's so many lessons that other people are here to learn. Human beings are social animals, and what good is it that we learn from like the monks that like isolate themselves on the top of the mountain? Like they don't interact with life and they don't interact with others, and because of that, how far can you actually grow? This person is here and designed to come into your life to help you grow spiritually, grow emotionally, grow mentally, grow physically, taking care of yourself, and being more abundant in every single way, shape, and form that you thought was possible. I'm going to pull one card from the spirit animal deck. What's a message that you guys have for the third child here? Watch and wait. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. Trusting and going with the flow. That means watching. That means watching, holding patience, and just trusting, just having faith that universe knows what it's doing. Take a leap of faith. Yo, right here next to trust, it goes. Take a leap of faith. I mean, I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. There is so much magic trying to come at you, and I'm begging you guys just to be open to it. Just be open. Put those defenses down. Put the swords down. Put the swords down. Put the swords down. True self-esteem is knowing that no one can do anything to hurt you. True self-esteem is knowing that you are so strong and so powerful on your own that no one can even touch you with their energy to try to bring you down. So in the end, it's like there's nothing to lose in love. There's absolutely nothing to lose in love. It doesn't matter how much you love the person. It doesn't matter if you loved them more than they loved you. It doesn't matter what you did and what they didn't do. Like, it does not matter. It does not matter, because love is just asking you. It matters if you love or not. In life, it only matters if you love or not if you have reasons to not love. That's not. So yeah, that's overall the message I have for you guys. Be open, put your defenses down, be open to love, look into the experience of love. And that's all that you can ever ask for, right? Please let me know if you guys resonated with this video. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe down below. I feel really blessed to give you guys this message. It feels really good, and I'm really hoping that you guys feel good also after hearing this. Let me know how it helps you. If you guys are interested in booking a reading, the link is down below in my description box. If you guys want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, I have a PayPal link down below. You can also like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below. Whatever you feel called to do, whatever you're capable of doing, everything is appreciated. I love you guys so much, and please stay tuned for more videos to come. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And peace.